So it's day one of the Mammoth trip. Roger and I are headed up into the lake that I've been starting my hunt country season on the last several years. We're in the sun, but we're starting to get little melted droplets of snow. So we may be headed into a little snow up ahead. I am ill prepared as I walked out of the cabin with the wrong shoes on. So these have no tread whatsoever. So I'm really hoping there's not that much snow up there, or else, I mean, I've only ever been here once where I haven't fallen and hurt or twisted or torn something. So hopefully that doesn't happen today. So I successfully skied down that little bit. I've fallen on my butt. Down here at the lower lake. It's windy, but it's bearable right now. So I made a few casts into the area where, which is usually the best place for me, and didn't catch any fish. I saw some fish when we first walked up there, but three of us plopped down right there, and I'm not seeing any more fish. So I'm gonna, there's a little inlet along this bank. I'm gonna go check out that little inlet and then probably work my way back towards the outlet. The wind is blowing west-east, so I brought a 5-weight, but I brought a 5-weight with a very soft tip. I'm finding it difficult to cast into the wind, so I'm gonna walk to the far side and then just, you know, work my way back along the bank. Okay, so I put another layer on, and I put my hoodie blew down. I'm gonna put my hoodie up, and I put my heavy gloves on. So, yeah, not really anything I can fish in, but I'm gonna give it a shot, at least for a little while. I'm gonna head up the bank a little bit. I've been you know, looking for cruising fish, and I'm not seeing any. I've mentioned in past videos that you know, for me, when I come to this lake, the pattern that I like to fish happens maybe once every 3 years, and this is definitely not one of those years. So I'm going to make the best of it. I think, you know, the wind is blowing in my face, so I don't think I'm going to go around the lake. I think I'm just going to go up this bank, since this is the bank where all the food should be blown to. And yeah, I'm going to see if I can you know, spot some fish on this bank, and if not, I'll head down to the lower lake. You know, in this kind of weather, I don't really feel like chasing fish. I was standing here just a couple minutes ago looking for cruising fish, and a fish came up basically right to my feet, took something off the top, and then went down and cruised along this way, and I haven't seen it since. The water, or the wind, is making casting and sighting fish difficult. I saw him go underneath this tree, but I didn't see him come out from underneath the tree. So I'm going to try to fish around this tree. Maybe there's something hanging out underneath. Okay, I think I may see a few fish in here. Let's see if I can crawl in here without spooking anything and pick anything up. It's tough to see in here, so I'm just going to hope that some of these shadows I see are fish. Okay, so I've come down onto the stream. It's a little bit warmer here. I broke off on that pole up ahead, and there's a couple fish swimming around in here. Nothing huge. There's a decent... yeah, a couple small fish, but since I've been skunked so far, anything would be preferable over nothing. So I'm gonna rig back up and see what I can catch in here. Okay, so I've got my camera on my shoulder. I don't know if that's going... ooh, that's a decent fish. I don't know if that's going to be conducive to me filming or not. I can't use the hat cam today because it's too cold to wear that hat. So let's see, there was a fish. Now I gotta be really... where'd he go? There he is. He's in the middle of the pool. That's a decent, that's a 6-inch. Now when I came in here before, I spooked a bunch of fish. So I need to be really careful not to spook them. I'm probably only gonna get one shot at this. There's 2 fish right there at the head, and the bigger fish before was in the tail out. Oh, spooked. Either I spooked him Oh, he's going upstream. Okay, now it's gonna be now or never. He's heading upstream. Yeah, I spooked him. I must have, when I shifted my weight. Okay, there he is. It's gonna be now or, oh crap. Wind, there's so much wind. He's under that rock. Crap, you can see his tail, and that's the bigger fish. All these other fish behind it I've already spooked. So I can't, there's so much wind, I can't control my line very well. Come on, come on, come on. Get this in there. Okay, there's a fish behind him. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna wait. Wait and see if he comes back out. Now the fish I want is that fish right there underneath that rock. Okay, he's out. And I put him back under. Just gonna have to stay perfectly still. Let him come back out. Oh, there's another fish that's there. He's buried himself under that rock now. And the smaller, okay. Okay, well, so much for that. I'm gonna try to dump this in here at the top and see if I can get it to, nope. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? It's hard when these fish are, oh, he came out for a minute and now I'm snagged. He came out for just a minute. So he must be seeing something in there that he's going out to grab, I guess. I've got a hare's ear on there. He's out. He's out. Maybe he's gonna grab my, nope, now he's going upstream. Keystone Cops, Keystone Cops. I can't, yeah, I'm hung up down there. Okay, well, I already lost that one fish. And I've spooked all the fish that were downstream of it. Bummer. Ah, now it comes out. Okay, so, I'm not sure where he went. Maybe he went under that rock in front of me. Maybe that's a better place for me to try to fish to him. I don't know. Okay, he's underneath this rock and he keeps sticking his head out. There he is. He stuck his head out, and if I can just move slowly enough, if I can keep my fly in the area, maybe when he pops out, oh, that spooked him, but he's in the main pool now. Oh, that's another fish. Okay, well, let's try this other fish. And that spooked him. Oh, frustrating. Frustrating that I can't get a good drift. You know, as soon as I bring my rod up, they're gone. I'll try to keep my arm over him. Keep it right there. When he comes out, I will drop the line. Okay, he's out. Drop the line. He goes back under. I've moved to the other side of this stream. This is a better bank to present from, since the I'm not casting a shadow and the sun's not directly behind me. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so it looks like I'm seeing one fish move back in. That one fish just likes to hang out underneath that rock and then come through. But it looks like, so now I'll zoom in, but you can see, okay, now they're moving around in there a little bit more actively than they were before. So maybe from this side maybe I can present, maybe they'll have you know, maybe they'll be interested. Yeah, they're still they went right back underneath that rock. Ha! How many times is this fish going to hang out underneath that rock? You can't see me from underneath the rock, so not quite sure what the deal is. Ah, there he's out again. Okay. And he's underneath the rock again, and the winds come up. Okay, now he's outside. Now he's going upstream. This wind is just making it just really difficult to present anything. And they just don't seem to be interested in my flies at all. What I've got on is the gold ribs hare's ear, and then a standard size 18 gold ribs hare's ear, and you know, impressionistic patterns that usually do pretty well. Granted, my presentation is probably not great when the wind isn't helping. Okay, well, I think I will give up on that fish. That was a nice fish too. It looked like it was probably 12 inches. See if there's anybody back here that hasn't been spooked by me hanging out in front. There's a couple fish. Now, these fish back here, I presented to them before. Yep, I just spooked one. And they weren't at all interested in my flies. So, just one of those days, I guess. Drop it in there. Only one fish still in that pool, and it's not budging. Yeah, they're spooky. And I'm not presenting from the best place, but still. These two guys over here by this rock have their heads dead underneath the rock. No idea what they're doing. Except I imagine they're pulling caddis from underneath there. That's the only thing I can think of. Okay. So I wouldn't normally hammer those fish that hard. That's usually a really good spot. So let's see if I can see anything down here. Oh, there's a fish right there. I don't know if I can get around all those sticks though. Let's see if I can stealthily get down in here. Oh, there's a backpack. Is Roger down here? Whose backpack is? Oh, that's Roger's backpack. So where is he? I don't see him. Okay, so there are fish over there against that rock in that little eddy. Roger's backpack is here. I have no idea where Roger is though. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get a cast in there. Okay, that was a decent cast. Nothing. Right back in the eddy. There we go. Nothing. In fact, I spooked a fish. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna get. Ooh, there's a fish. Right there, right at that rock. That's a good fish too. Jeez Louise. Okay, I'm gonna get that fish. Moving around a lot in there. Whoa! Great! I just fell in. I was keeping an eye on the fish, and I wasn't watching my footing. Okay. Anyway, so there's two good fish right there. Let's see what I can do here. I'll wait for the wind to die down. Ow, hurt my knee. And it hit the rock and it bounced behind them. Okay. Is that a fish or is that a stick? I'm on a stick. Okay, I don't want to spook these fish, so break my line, which is fine. Oh, I didn't break my line. Hot dog. Okay, so I'll wait for the wind to die down again. Boy, they really don't want what I have to offer. Okay, not sure what was going on in that one pool. Maybe that larger fish was on a red and it was protecting its red. It was chasing the other fish away. So I decided to, just leave them alone once I noticed that behavior. I'm at a different section of the stream now. I'm sort of in a shadow. There's some fish in a run ahead of me, and there's some fish in a run or in a pool below me. Pool below me has got quite a bit of brush, so when a fish is in the position that fish is in, that would be a good time for me to present. But I'm holding the camera, I'm not holding my rod. Over here you can see there's like 3 or 4 or 5 fish that are staging right back here at the end of this run. So I think let's see, I'm gonna try for the one behind me first, and then I'll go for the one above. Yeah, well, it looks like he's moved, but I think I'm gonna try for this fish first. Okay, so the fish that was down here has moved up into the brush, so I guess I'll try for one of these fish. I've got 2 beadhead flies on, which means that I could easily hang up on the bottom, but it also means that I should do a little bit better against the wind. I need to try and present this above them and let it drift back. I've just got my leader out of the tip. Let's see how this goes. Ow. And that did not go very well. But they're still there. Okay, so let's try again. That's above them and right through and nothing. So I'm gonna sit light snack. Got peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with me today. I think I figured out that those fish over by that rock were actually spawning, so decided to leave them alone. That the big fish seemed to be chasing away the smaller fish, and presumably the big fish was a female. Smaller fish were probably males, and there was one smaller fish that was doing the shimmy. So it typically means they're spawning. And so, you know, I mean, if these guys are up here and they're thinking about spawning, if they're up in the creek and they're thinking about spawning, maybe that's just why they're not feeding. Roger's picked up one fish, but you know, we're working hard today. We're working very hard. I'm on the second lake proper, and I'm not seeing any active fish. Roger was just down here, and maybe likely at this exact spot. So if he hasn't caught the fish, probably not much chance of me catching the fish, but we'll see. I'll throw a few casts in here and see how it goes. Now I've got on a black beadhead gold ribs hare's ear and thread midge. There's some tiny midges that are all in the brush right now, so I figured I'd put on a midge pupa. So I got my little thread midge pupa on. Not the right color, but hopefully it's the size that matters. And this wind has not let up. There we go. Start with a 15-second count. Not going to fish here too long, as I said. Roger's already been down here. Hey, one more second. Okay. 20-second count this time. So I probably didn't mention, but I am fishing 3X today, and then on the dropper I'm fishing 4X. Now I do believe, I don't know, the fish in the stream seem to be very spooky, so I do think they were leader shy, but I don't think I don't think that's what put them off my fly. I just don't think they were you know, in an actively feeding mood. Well, it looks like I'm going to be skunked for the first high country trip of the season. You know, it's funny. People, they watch the video that I took here last year and they think, wow, that's a great place to fish. Where is it? Blah, 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 blah. Well, you know, the fishing here isn't always like it was last year. I think I've mentioned, you know, only every third or fourth year do I get fishing like that on these lakes. You know, most of the time I'm coming here and I'm getting pretty much what, you know, what we saw today. Typically the wind isn't as bad, but you know, the trout can be persnickety, and you know, sometimes you're doing more fishing than catching. So if you've watched the video along to this point, thank you for that. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for coming along. Roger and I are sort of bushwhacking our way back because we have a sneaking suspicion there's an old trail down here, and come across this cabin. Yeah, look at that. Old gas can, huh?
Looking, trying to find a date.
Got a toilet and a bed. So yeah, we're not sure what we've come across. Well, we are sure. It's a it's an old Forest Service cabin. But what that means in terms of where the trail is and what the best way out is, I'm not quite sure. So in the final trek down that hillside, we had to go through all those aspirins. I broke out my OG honey badger to get us away from some of the more dangerous areas and get us through some of the more tangled brush. And I tell you, it was cutting through inch-wide saplings with one stroke. It's pretty amazing.